So I wanted to talk about social support as a critical piece of achieving your fitness goals. Now, I am probably not going to tell you what you think I'm going to tell you. Most people will say something along the lines of you need your family on board, you need your friends on board. If you're wanting to achieve success, you need to make sure that your closest and most reliable family and friends are on your side, and without them, you cannot achieve it. Well, I don't think that's true at all. Actually, to be honest with you, it's a sad and kind of alarming reality. Most people understand, but they don't want to admit. Your closest family and friends are oftentimes your worst enemies, especially if you want to change. They're used to you being a certain way and they're used to you acting a certain way. So when you get to this point where if you want to change, you want to exercise, you don't want to eat junk food anymore, you don't want to, be, physically miserable, just kind of sitting on the couch doing nothing. You want to be more active, you want to be more engaged, you want to be more energetic. Your closest family and friends are probably going to be one of, if not the biggest hurdle that you're going to run into. They're going to say things. They're going to say little offhanded comments to you. They're going to say things like, oh, yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. Or, oh, okay. And they might sometimes start out saying, helpful things like, oh, you can do it. Oh, we believe in you. But you just wait till you start having a little bit of success. You just wait until, the weight starts to come off. You start looking better. All of a sudden, some of your closest friends are going to be saying little snide comments. Oh, come on. You don't need to. Oh, you're skipping too much good food. Oh, you're not hanging out with us like you used to. Oh, come on. It's not going to hurt you to eat that extra slice of pizza. Oh, it's not going to hurt you to do this. It's not going to hurt you to do that. And those are the kinds of things that you run into with friends and family that, it's really a difficult thing to accept. They're not always, I wouldn't say that they're not your friends in those situations. They're not going to be the best people to help you achieve your goals. And it's funny because this all goes all the way back to Jesus. Jesus had this saying that I never really understood when I was a kid. And you'd read it in the Bible and it didn't make any sense. But as you get older, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. But he said, there's a scene in the Bible where he gets attacked when he goes back to Nazarene, and he says no man can be a prophet in his hometown. And let me tell you, that's absolutely the truth. As hard as it is to believe, and as hard as most people don't want to accept that, they want to think that you want to think that your wife's going to be your biggest cheerleader. You want to think that your mom and dad are going to pat you on the back and say good job. You want to think that all the friends that you grew up with are going to cheer you on and hold you up and say, wow, great job, keep it going. But that is just not what you run into. That is not the truth. The truth is that the people that you were around the most, again, this topic is so uncomfortable. I know people are going to see this and they're just not going to like it. They're going to fight this, but the truth is, the people that are around you the most like you the way that you are. They want you in a box. They've got you defined, okay? If you're not ambitious, they do not want you to become ambitious. They want you to be exactly where you are. If you're overweight, they do not want you losing weight. They want you to stay exactly the way you are. Maybe compared to them, you are perfect because maybe they're thinner than you. Maybe they're in better shape than you. Maybe they're able to use excuses like you. At least I'm not as big as she is, or at least I'm not as big as he is. Now all of a sudden you start losing weight, you start feeling better, you start being more active, and that changes. And again, man, they can be some of the worst tempters. If you go out to have drinks after work or something like that, and you say, you know what, I'm going to quit doing that. I'm going to go home instead, and I'm going to work on something else. I'm going to do something else instead of drinking right after work. All of a sudden, it's going to be, oh man, you're letting yourself down. Oh, you can do this. Oh, it's not going to hurt you to have a couple of beers, and you're going to get lots of pushback. In the old Charles Atlas course, Charles Atlas, if you don't remember, Charles Atlas was the guy that had the comic strips that would say, "Don't let the bully kick sand in your face." In his course, I think it was in the very first lesson, he said you should keep your own counsel. And by that, he was meaning, there's no reason to go out and brag about what you're going to be doing. If you're going to be going on this fitness journey, you don't need to be running out there and telling the whole world, hey, look at what I'm going to do, because what you're really doing is setting yourself up for failure, because people are going to begin to drag you down. You've probably heard the analogy of crabs. If you take a big bucket of crabs and you put all the crabs in there, if you put one crab in there, that crab will climb out of the bucket. But if you put a bunch of crabs in there, they won't escape, because as soon as one starts to climb out, the other one will grab it and pull it back down in. And that's really the way humans are too. Again, uncomfortable truths today, but it'll help you out in the long run. Keep your own counsel. That is so important. You don't need to be bragging to the world. You don't need to say to the whole world that you're doing these changes and that you're going to be the best and the greatest. Show, don't tell. Show what you're doing. Show that you're exercising. Show that you're eating better. Show that you're doing these things. Not, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. This is what I'm going to do today, because you're just inviting that criticism, and that criticism becomes a feedback loop. If you say, I'm going to rock my diet today, I'm going to eat perfect, and then somebody sees you eating a slice of pizza, and listen, that slice of pizza might be on your diet, because I'm a big believer in not doing in eating for happiness and sustainability. So there's nothing wrong with eating a piece of pizza, but all of a sudden you tell everybody you're going to be healthy and you're going to eat good, and you eat well and you're exercising and everything, and you decide, you know what, I'm going to treat myself and have some pizza for lunch today. And then all of a sudden everyone sees you, oh, I guess you're off the wagon now. Oh, I guess there's no point, and I already gave up. And you're going to hear stuff like that. You're going to be attacked in ways like that, and it's going to be uncomfortable, and you're not going to like it. So rather than talking about, oh, I'm going to eat perfect, I'm going to do everything right, instead of talking, show. Instead of telling, show. Show them that you're getting better. Now, it is important to find support. There's no doubt about that. It's an incredibly important thing to do. But you need to find like-minded support, and for the most part, you need to find new people that will support you to become the new you, if that's what you're looking to achieve. Now, of course, I've got my group. If you go to joejustice.org/join, I've got a group there on Facebook that you can join. I would be happy to have you, and we can help you out and answer your questions and give you lots of advice and stuff. Of course, like and follow me for daily advice and tips on how to maintain your health and how to get healthier. And I'll be happy to, if you ever want to send me a direct message, I'll be happy to help you out with tips and getting started and everything. So it is important to find people that can help you grow, but finding people that want you to change are not going to be the people that are around you daily. The people that are around you daily, they might be happy with you once you've changed, and they might be okay with it, but the truth is, they're going to give you friction. They're going to give you static. They're going to hold you back if you just announce that you're going to change. It's an uncomfortable truth. It's the reality of the world we live in. It's the way people are. It's the way humans are. And if you ever find anybody that cheers you on, that's a cheerleader for you, that wants to help you, hold on to them with both hands, because that is not the norm. If you think that that's the norm, then you're very, very lucky, because most people will try to drag you down, not try to hold you up. So I hope you find this helpful. Please do join my group. Just go ahead and join my group, joejustice.org/join. If you want a little bit of help and you want a little bit of motivation, send me a direct message and I'll be happy to help you. And I hope that you found this helpful today. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.